Kings end up with a -5 in a minute?
Hard 30 tonight.
First of all, I don't believe in numbers.
Don't get fooled. Grab a drink, because this is hangover time.
In what is maybe the most stunning moment of basketball I've ever seen. I thought the game was over. I think we all thought the game was over. I think everyone except for Derek White and maybe Grant Williams thought that game was over. We thought that following what was one of the most Jekyll and Hyde seasons, I think, in the history of sports, where we were all scared that the clock would strike midnight on this Magic Heat run, but that it would strike midnight on Caleb Martin, on Gabe Vincent, on Duncan Robinson, on every role player. And instead, what happened was the clock struck midnight on Bam Adebayo, on Kyle Lowry, on Jimmy Butler, the three guys that you count on to be stars. Late in that game, they found something. They fought, they competed, they dug deep, and they somehow miraculously. Funny because on the eve of Dwayne Wade in the finals, that video was going around in 2006, and I responded to Siobhan's tweet and I said, Dwayne was the first guy who made me believe that miracles can exist. And for a second, when that third free throw hit and Jimmy just says one stop, I thought, I seen another fucking miracle. And I wasn't prepared for the miracle that was to come in the next 3 seconds. There will be a game 7 in Boston. There will be a lot of questions that we have on the Miami Heat, on the future of this team. But for now, welcome to Hangover Time. I'm your host, Giancarlo Navas, and I will bring myself out to my panel of friends, colleagues, and we have a lot to say. I don't want to do segments. I don't want to do who kicked our ass. I don't want to do any of that. I want to talk about what happened. We got Frankie, Brian, Tiff, Moose, Siobhan. One of the strangest post-game shows or shows in general I think I've ever done. Guys, I don't even. Does anybody want to start somewhere?
Why was Max Strus on the floor and the biggest defensive possession you needed?
No, we're not gonna do that.
That's not what we're starting.
We're not gonna do that, Brian.
This is
We're
what
not
Heat
gonna do
7
that.
looks like.
You
Can't
you
do
not.
that either, Frankie.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. We're not gonna be
Then
like.
what are we
why
talking
was-
about? Then what are we talking about, guys? Like literally, that was the one possession you needed to win the game.
Hold up.
Is that
No,
not on scope?
You saw that.
Is that-
You saw
is that
that.
not
No,
on
we're not doing that. One possession to win the game. Athletes never do that.
Then I'm out,
You
guys.
don't. No, we don't do that. One possession to win the game. We're not doing that. Anybody else can leave too if you feel like you lost on one possession. Leave the chat if you feel like you lost because of one possession. Fuck out of here.
Come on, son.
I'm not doing that.
And that's the possession.
We not doing that. We not doing that. We not doing that. No.
In what was an odd box score in which Miami, I believe, shot 46% from. They shot 46% from three and 35% from the field. To begin, that is bizarre. They had 5 turnovers. 5
That's
turnovers. After being a turnover factory, they had only 5, and I don't believe anybody had. Jimmy's the only one that had multiple turnovers, and they lost. They lost the game, and I believe Boston shot in the 20s from 3. No, they shot 46%. No, they shot 20% from 3. Miami hit 2 times as many threes as Boston and had half as many turnovers. That's fucking crazy. 2 times as many threes as Boston and had half as many turnovers. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. 2 times as many threes as Boston and had half as many turnovers. That's fucking crazy. 2 times as many threes as Boston and had half as many turnovers. That's fucking crazy. It's
mean,
just crazy.
Is
Like,
there a question?
it's just like it's statistically wild.
If I may,
yes,
because
Moose.
I really, I'm just here because I thought it was going to be a fucking victory party. But I will say, this game was really lost. No matter what happened at the end, and I'm sure we can get into that later, but this game was lost from the beginning because, unfortunately, and it pains me to say it because he brought us so much feel good, but Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and yes, Kyle Lowry, although if we're doing like a pecking order, I'll put him third. Yeah, Melody, what's up? I'll get rid of her toy later. They did not show up tonight. Game 6 at home, the most important game of your season. You need your stars to show up. We were hitting the threes. The key to the game is if you're hitting your shots and your stars give you 50, 60% of what they normally do, as long as you're not completely fucking it up on defense, you will win the game. With everything that we were doing wrong tonight, we were still in it. Jimmy Butler just did not show up. You can say anything that happened at the very end. You needed Jimmy Butler for a full game. You needed Bam Adebayo for a full game. They weren't there.
At least I thought Bam's effort was there from the jump. He just could not get anything to go. Like, he was 4 for 16. I think he had no turnovers today. He had none after he had 5 last game. The effort was there. He had 13 rebounds, 5 assists. 5 assists and no turnovers is good. And the fact that he just couldn't get anything, and like shots that you like, like he had like jump hooks over smaller guys and everything.
Jump hooks over smaller guys where he wasn't square to the basket, where he's still like off balance, being pushed around.
Yep.
Things that we've seen him make, but also things that I have not felt solidified in the way that he was doing it personally.
I will say that the lack of foul calls that he was getting, 100% were playing into the mental aspect of his game by the second half.
Then
because
if
by the second half, he was not even looking to go up with No, I'm not using that as an excuse, Tiff. I'm not using it as an excuse. I'm saying, I'm elaborating on what I saw tonight. By the second half, he was completely gone. He wasn't going up with the ball. He was not giving you anything on either side of the ball energy-wise. And that more than just not even being able to put the ball in the basket, the lack of energy on both ends, that to me was just crazy. He is clearly fatigued from everything he gave us leading up to tonight. And I applaud him for it, but tonight was a legacy game and he did not show up. And it is.
Y'all think it was a legacy game?
Yeah. I really
Jimmy
do.
Jimmy is still the same player he was yesterday.
No,
like
but,
nothing.
But Tiff, you can't have this collapse on your resume.
Yeah, I agree.
But the resume is still the same.
No, but the resume is going to include blew a 3-0 lead.
Exactly. Like it was building. The resume was getting better.
But at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I don't care about that, and he shouldn't either. Like, we can't sit like that. Can't be while we sitting here talking about this. Like, no. Like, his legacy is gonna be whatever it's gonna be. The fact of the matter is, guess what? Yeah. Tonight's game was lost 2 days ago. I'm gonna listen. Yeah, because guess what? Once you gave them life, you started.
There have been teams that go up,
but we're talking about this team.
We're talking about
like
this.
They came. Boston tried to give them the game several times. Like,
we had every opportunity to take this game back into our hands,
and you didn't.
They were trying to give it to
Miami. Of course we didn't. Yeah,
in the fourth quarter, they literally gave it to the Heat.
I think y'all don't understand where I'm coming from.
No, I get you. Like, you're not good enough.
You're not good enough to play around. That's it.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm in agreement.
We all agree on that.
So you lost it 2 days ago when you start farting around.
You lost it the second half of game 3 when you started doing stupid shit.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Game 3 they won.
No, but she said for her.
Jimmy started doing dumb shit at the end of 3, and you will not tell me like wasn't smart.
Did Jimmy play like an asshole?
Right.
Yeah, no, but
so that's when it started for her.
No, and I like
these are things that you don't fuck around with. Like,
but I'm just saying, like, they had a chance to win today.
Yes, no, certainly.
And that is my point with tonight being a legacy game, because they close out the series tonight. Then we're not talking about them, but like, he is forever now going to be associated, unfortunately, because his playoff run up to tonight was legendary. But the reason it is a legacy game is because now he's going to be on the wrong side of history. And unfortunately, that's what his playoff season is going to be remembered for.
It's got to be somebody.
At this point, we agree.
I'm just like,
so now we agree.
It's like, what do you want people to sit up here and say? We almost won. Come on. This just should have been done.
I think
you can't fuck around with this team.
They come home and they've been a very good home team all year, and throughout this run, they hadn't lost at home prior to Game 4. And Moose is right. This is not going to be a footnote in the resume. It's going to be in the opening paragraph.
Yeah.
And that goes goes for.
Yeah.
I think it's more for him than anyone else. I actually thought Miami did make adjustments. I don't know how much of it is on Spo, although he will deservedly get some of it. But they did stuff. They changed the way they were defending Tatum. And they were not going to let Boston be that one pass swing away and getting all open on the wing in the corner. So they corrected that. Boston didn't shoot as well today. And I thought Miami did a great job of kind of their help and stuff. But really, and it's just the inverse of what happened last year, where no role player could hit a shot. And Jimmy and Bam are short on every jumper. And Jimmy had that little layup in transition, missed. Had another layup where he beats his man in the empty corner, he misses. And it's how are you supposed to win when I think the shot that they got every look they wanted.
The fucking fast break, the 3-on-2, you get there, you
my God.
and then you pitch the shit backwards to Kyle, who pitches it to Gabe, who just drives on the open middle.
To be honest, Bond, that pissed me off because I'm why is Gabe the one that's about that action?
Exactly. He's the only one that wanted to take it. That wanted to take it to the bigs. First of all, I thought Jimmy was going to pull up there, which was that. It was right there. His 15-foot shot, the left side of the court. Right, he could have just. It was right there.
About the one he was under the basket and gave Rob Williams up, and then Kyle was trailing. He just bumbled it to him, and then Kyle just pitched the shit back.
But that was the epitome of the game. That right there, it was a snapshot of the entire game.
They just it's funny because all playoff run, they've all played well together, and they can't even have if Kyle has a good 2 minutes, nobody else is having the good 2 minutes with him. Is Jimmy has a good 2 minutes, nobody has a good 2 minutes with him. Except it is just fucking crazy. It's insane. And I thought I had no faith they were going to win this game at any point. And Jimmy hits the third free throw, and I
couldn't watch the free throws, by the way. I have to admit, I turned away. I was just listening to it. I couldn't actually watch it. I was so nervous.
I foolishly believed in them and whatever.
Hey, Brian.
And whatever was going on.
Yes.
Brian, I still love you. Brian, I still love you. We fight like brother and sister.
Today. We're all a little
heartbroken.
I'm not heartbroken.
I'm not heartbroken.
Literally, I'm just hoping for a miracle at this
Devastated.
point that he can come through in Game 7.
Jimmy Butler
I want
failed
hope.
Brian
We
Glantz.
had hope.
Exactly. Jimmy
had hope.
failed you, Brian.
Jimmy Butler
failed
failed
you.
Gabe Vincent and Caleb Martin and Duncan Robinson.
And
We
Bam
talk about
Adebayo
Caleb-
too. He
Caleb
failed them
showed up.
too. Don't let him off the hook.
And Bam.
And Spo, man, because Spo.
Yeah.
I don't know
Where was Hamish? Where was
why
Hamish?
did Duncan not play until the fucking fourth? He didn't play the whole third. He played 8 minutes going into the fourth. He was
And
literally
no
on
Hamish.
offense.
I wish
and
Duncan
no
had just
Halo.
1-3. That
First
would've
of
been
all,
nice.
Listen, I don't even care about that. Where was Hamish?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
That's what
so
I'm getting
too.
to. The Zeller minutes are inexcusable.
Those 2 Zeller minutes were a -7. We could have won the game had he just not played 2
I
minutes.
can't believe that Zeller got the minutes over Love. That was crazy.
That's
wild.
another thing. Of all, I could totally see Spo sticking with Love to see if the 3-point shot was gonna hit, but going to Zeller
Get some
before
rebounding,
Love
for God's
was
sake, too.
shocking. And
Moose,
then no
it's
Hamish
literally,
at all.
It's literally what
Yeah,
does he do?
a -7
What does
in
he
2
do?
minutes.
He
He doesn't kill you on the offensive glass. He doesn't defensive rebound. He doesn't set good screens. He doesn't contain on pick and roll coverage. He doesn't finish in traffic. What does he do here? Why is he here?
He's
just
post
a
lawsuit
body.
Deadman.
He's what?
He's post lawsuit Deadman.
Post lawsuit, damn it.
I need his minutes to cease and desist right now.
And that's the out. No,
Rat.
that was it.
Unfortunately, we got another 50 minutes to go, people.
No,
Man,
but Highsmith is literally the only guy that has slowed Tatum down.
I agree with
They
Frankie.
made
Yep.
adjustments, but he's the only guy who can contain him one-on-one. Fucking Tatum was cooking Jimmy. Cooking
Yep.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
I
And
don't know
bam,
what's up with
cooking
Jimmy.
And Bam,
He was
and
blowing
Bam.
up.
And Bam.
Get into the cup
Right to
against
the
all of
cup.
them.
And Caleb.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can't do anything.
They
with
can't.
But at least
They couldn't-
Caleb gave you some.
You slowed down the
offense.
second half.
Exactly.
Tatum is a superstar once he starts getting into
Except
his
in the
offensive
second
rhythm.
half. That just disappeared.
Oh, yeah.
I understand, but my point is, why not at least throw the extra body on him that you know gives him some type of difficulty?
Or a
Just-
body with some energy, with some
Exactly.
like, these
Exactly.
eight are worn. Like, oh,
Yeah.
And rebounds, which you've been fucking giving up long offensive rebounds all series. And Highsmith, we know he's gonna box out.
Yep.
We know he defends. We know he's not gonna be afraid.
Yep.
I would trust him. Even on that last possession, he should have been in.
I will
Max
say
didn't play the
this.
whole fourth. What the
What
hell?
was this
The
game?
Heat have the opportunity to do the funniest thing in NBA history.
No,
I don't
he
think
heated
so,
you.
man.
I don't even
Because
know if I want to
no-
watch Game 7, guys.
I think the way that we lost this game
convince
tonight
me
is too
why I should
emotional.
watch Game 7.
I
I just think it's too emotionally
if
draining for
I'm
the
gonna
players.
sunshine pump, I
No, that's
say
fair. Go for it.
I would
Take
say this.
yourself in.
I would say Jimmy.
Take yourself in.
Self in.
Nobody wants to see my face. Jimmy looked like he got going at the very end, where he had the and one layup.
When he hit the free
got to the
throws?
line, he was aggressive, made the free throws. That's if I'm looking for anything.
The three was big. The three was
I'm
big.
like, he hit the
Three was
three.
huge.
That
The three was
by
huge.
the way,
tank, though, like,
three
what
was
do you
huge.
When
expect
he hit
to
the-
see in 2 days? On
Jimmy-
1 day of rest.
did he play?
Jimmy had the
40?
shittiest
Exactly.
24, 11,
What-
and 8 in
46,
history.
47
Right. What do you
minutes.
what do you think he's gonna do?
What'd you say, Frankie?
47 minutes. I don't even know how many seconds he actually had of rest.
Jimmy had
Right.
the shittiest 24, 11, and 8 in history.
Oh, like
I
that
was gonna
shitty
say-
29 and whatever he
Yeah.
gave
You didn't
last
even
game?
know.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't even know he had 24. First
Neither
of
did
all,
I.
let
It
me
was a
hold
shock.
up. Can
He had
I
12 on the
address?
free
Can
throw
I
line.
wait? Stop.
Take her in.
12
Take
free
her
throws.
No, leave me where I'm at. Because
No, free-
take me out. Because now I got to address everybody, even y'all on the panel and all these ass wipes in the chat.
What'd I do?
Because now y'all gonna make me be like Alf, and I don't want to be that person to
We all
slander
have a
the
little
chat.
Alf. We all have a
Right,
little
we
Alf.
all got a little Alf. If one more fucking person come in this chat and ask me why Max didn't box out, that shows me you wasn't watching the fucking final possession. He wasn't under there to box out. He tried to trap and get the ball out of Tatum's hands. Then who was he chasing after the guard on Tatum? He was coming around behind Derek White, which means who's under the basket is supposed to fucking slide over. But that's all that y'all don't know because you're too busy coming at me in the chat asking why Max didn't box out. So pay your cable bill, rewatch on
Screaming.
TNT,
Screaming.
and let me know that you never play sports.
And what if we talking missed box outs again,
Exactly.
Jimmy had that missed box out on Grant last game, and he had a missed box out
Exactly.
early this game too. That was in a run of like momentum fluctuation.
Yeah,
There's
it turned
so
into
many
a
moments
three.
I can go back to in this game. Like, I wish-
Exactly.
but like to me, like I just didn't feel like Max had to be on the floor for that defensive possession.
He
that's
didn't
where
have
I,
to
that's
be.
where I'm at.
But if you call that play where you want a person to guard up top, then have to switch and come around and chase, do you know what lock and chase is? So guess what's going to happen? You're behind the person, which means whoever is on the other side is supposed to slide over. I don't think we had anyone under there.
Bam was under there.
No,
What-
Bam
what-
was at the
Bam-
free
Bam
throw
was
line boxing
blocking
out.
Brown.
Who
Jalen.
was boxing out Jalen at the
It was
semi-
Bam.
Yeah.
Throw the final possession up. Anybody got
Jimmy
it?
was standing there waiting for somebody else to make a play.
I didn't. I'll be
Dog,
honest. I didn't watch
Twitter's
the replay,
really
so-
mad about that 0.9 seconds. They're like, where did
Honestly-
that come from?
Kim,
Well,
is
I'm-
there a way for Miami to like challenge this game like the same way the Dallas Mavericks do, where they just pay whatever massive fine?
Yeah, but
and
Dallas
look
is
back?
but
Like there
Dallas
has to
Mickey-
be at
Mickey
some
doesn't
point
have that money.
there has to
Mickey
be
doesn't have that
0.1
money.
seconds that
Right.
the referees just missed.
Well,
Mickey
if we're
could have
gonna,
given you shirts this game. He didn't have that money. He doesn't have that money.
Right. He gave out. He didn't even give out a full towel. He gave out a rag.
if we're gonna talk about the referees, there's two things in particular I would like to address real quick. First of all, the 0.9 seconds added at the end, I didn't even realize that. Was there a particular reasoning that they gave for that? Because
They looked at the replay and I guess they felt like they needed to add time to the clock.
Yeah, from where the whistle and the time actually.
God,
I'm here. You can't see me, but I'm here.
Oh, okay. Secondly, I'm legitimately asking, can somebody clear this up for me? What the fuck was that 4-point play where it was like a challenge, but Spo still lost his time?
The technical ban fucking hurt too now.
I didn't even know that was literally possible.
Yeah, that was weird.
I've never seen that before.
You're talking about the 4-point where Bam blocked the shot?
Well, first that it was no. The coach's challenge.
Okay.
Still
Bam was
lost
touching the rim,
challenge,
right?
Lost
Yeah,
the
that's a
timeout.
different play. He's talking the Jalen Hook.
Yeah,
They said
and
that it wasn't a
still
foul.
Counted.
Yeah, they said that it wasn't a foul and the hook was minimal, so that's why they're counting the shot. So it wasn't a foul on Gabe. I think it was Gabe.
Wait, the challenge that Spo had.
Yeah.
Spo still lost.
That's
the
not a
timeout.
4-point play though.
No. He
Well, then the 4-point play was after. I got him confused because there were so many fucking shitty calls.
No, but that was the second or third. That was the third
Foster on deck for game 7, baby.
Oh,
He
you already
probably
know
is.
it.
We're getting
He's
Scott and
warming up
Tony.
right now in his sweats.
He's listening to Jack Harlow.
So
Get ready.
I don't want to put up the play. I don't think the audience wants to rewatch that shit. The guy who didn't crash the board.
They gotta
look for the out.
The Heat need to be watching that shit. How close that fucking the
Jimmy
final
was the
script
one that
to
was
their
ball
fingers.
watching that didn't crash.
But let them blame Max.
They're blaming. They were blaming Bam for boxing out. Like he did a fucking job.
Bam wasn't even under the basket. Bam was not in the play.
Bam was boxing out Jalen.
I will say the chat
and I
is
think-
asking for the play.
No, they
Gee,
they don't know what they're looking at. Why they want the play?
So the guy on the weak side, Caleb's boxing out. Bam
Share your
boxes
screen.
out Jalen. Jimmy lets Jason crash, and Derek beats Max because he had gone up.
Yeah, Derek just sprinted to the basket. He made a play.
And Gabe, I don't know what Gabe's doing.
But that's why you need multiple guys like crashing. That you had Marcus. Marcus was under the basket too.
because Gabe had contested the three.
Yeah, but Marcus shot the shot. How is he under the basket? Nobody else is there. Nobody who was defending is under the basket there.
I don't think Marcus was under the basket.
No, Derek crashed into somebody.
I really don't want to watch this play again.
Okay,
but I might have to.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I only saw it.
I'm
live.
playing.
I
If
couldn't
I'm
watch the
fucking
replay,
Spo, I'm playing that shit on a loop. The whole flight, every fucking seat, everybody's watching that play. It was right fucking there. You had that shit. You let them snatch it from your fucking fingers. You were up one with three
Your
fucking
cold
seconds
dead
to go.
hands.
And then
Don't
inner
let them
loop,
go.
inner loop in between every single play, just one fucking stop. One
No,
fucking stop.
no.
That's
on a
2-minute
loop.
warning
On a
before.
loop. I'm sure. I'm
All right, Bond.
So,
Bond.
okay. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait a second. I know. We said.
Did we win the
those
game?
statements.
Don't stop.
Oh, hold on. Let me break it down so it can forever and consistently be broke.
You're a nut.
All
There
right,
you go, Bond.
Where'd you go?
Bond. Bond, it's your job.
All right.
Go.
All right, come on. Let me see it. Run it through. Gabe with the chase, top block, corner. Ooh, okay.
Max could have cut in front.
He could have.
But here's the thing. What happens?
Hold on.
No, what are you laughing at? I'm
No, I'm
looking.
watching the
So that's a
play.
double. So they denied Jason.
Right.
Yep.
So he could cut in front
That's-
right here. You see that space, Bond?
Yeah.
So, yes, Max can get here. Bam can put a body
Bam-
somewhere. And then
Bam
Jimmy's
does.
back here. Go ahead.
Where
Go
is
ahead.
Jimmy?
He's
Right
he's
here
at the
on
3-point
the top.
line.
Jimmy's
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Him and Gabe are watching.
So we don't have any, and we don't have anyone
Jason?
here.
Bam's trying to box out Jalen and
Yeah.
Jason.
Yeah, Bam has two.
Yeah,
That's-
Ben's got two.
Oh, that's
Jalen-
that's Jason. That
But the ball ends up in Derek White's hands. That could have been Max's.
Right. Well, or Max could have just, and they probably would have called a foul, but he could have cut in front of him, which I probably would have did. But
I think Max could have.
I think
No.
Max had no. If you saw,
You,
there was
you,
another
you gotta
angle.
cut. Right.
There was another angle from the half court line because Max stunts here.
it
Derek
would have
went
had to
straight
been
the
right
basket.
here.
Right.
He had no chance. Derek went
Do you-
straight line.
Derek was
It
already
is the
forever
stunt.
ahead of him.
It
I
is
guess the
having
que-
the stunt.
I got a question, guys. Do you think Max was in the right spot on that play? Could you have had somebody else defending the ball? Could you have had maybe Max on? I think Horford was in the corner.
That's not his decision to
No,
make.
no,
Let's
yeah,
go
they
on how
wanted
you
Right.
work the pass.
I know,
Sorry,
but do you
sorry,
think
go ahead.
they could have flipped a guy on that play? Could Caleb have? Because I'm looking at Caleb. I feel like
Where is
maybe
Caleb?
he could have
He's
made
on
a
the
better
weak
play
side.
on the
It was
ball.
a
I mean,
hard
he
circle.
can't really expect
Yep.
a tipped miss, but like I'm just thinking, is Caleb a better guy to maybe even have him? Like, well, I guess he's already on the top of the key.
I think
like,
they wanted
expecting the
Caleb-
offensive rebound to go there somewhere, right?
Right.
I just don't know. Like, I feel like if maybe they had one guy in a different role, shit could have been different. I don't know.
Hold on,
Ron,
run it
I have
some
a
because
Yeah, but Max wouldn't have been able to get there from that angle.
I'm not mad at what Brian is saying on the Heat.
Right, right.
Pause. Like,
If you switch it with Caleb, but
but he
still,
knows he has someone in his corner, so him trying to come across the lane to get to Derek here, who then has his Derek if he come like. I don't
Well,
know.
because,
What do
like,
you have to say?
Isn't it true? Like in these kind of like sideline out of bound plays, the guy that's one of the most, besides the guy that's giving the ball to, is the guy that's inbounding. He's the guy you have to keep an eye
Right.
on.
Yes, but
I
that's
feel like
Right.
you need
we
a
are
faster
somewhere.
guy to
You
lead
do,
the
Brian.
coverage.
No,
you do.
and
You need a faster guy out there. But even still, a faster guy.
he was
Still
out
might
Caleb
not
might
got
have
there.
blocked that shot.
Funny, if that shot misses normally, that rebound's probably too high,
Hey,
and
look.
Max can get it, or
Yeah.
he doesn't get it off. The fact that it
It
bounced
rimmed in and
weird
out.
and rimmed out, I don't want to
Yeah.
watch that shit anymore.
No, but it's also that they played that. They decided for Max to not guard the inbounder like Brian's talking about, and he's doubling the shooter. If Tatum takes a dribble, that's fine. If there was less time on the clock, that's fine. If they were up 3, that's fine. You're up 1. You're up 1. Like, you need to make sure you get the offensive the rebound if it's a quick shot. So I don't know. Like, Spo usually did this with Dwayne. Dwayne would not guard the inbounder, but Dwayne's a lot faster. He's a lot longer.
Right.
He has better instinct. So like, I don't get why. I think he
Would
just
you
put Max in a
double?
bad position.
Right.
think
Would you have doubled?
I mean, I
Double
prefer
who? They
Marcus
tried to
Smart
double.
shooting. Yeah.
Huh?
Doubled
I did
who?
prefer
Tatum.
Tatum. Yeah.
No. Well, not even. What would you have even done the show? Because you had Max come up to show, and then you put him in the position to have to get all the way back. Would you have even have done that, or left him just one-on-one with Jimmy?
Tatum was a decoy. Chat saying, I don't think that's true. I think they. Really
I don't
wanted
think
to
so.
do
Tatum
both,
was going to
too.
take that
Yeah,
shot.
Tatum took the shot. They
I
weren't
don't think
planning
the
to
play was for Marcus
I
Smart
don't-
to take a turnaround three.
There's
That-
No, it
way
wasn't for
to-
Marcus
no,
Smart.
no.
No.
And Gabe had a decent contest, and Max did step up. I don't know that they schemed for Max to step up. That feels like an instinctual like show at a person trying to contest. But I do agree, Brian and Frankie, like putting 2 or not having 1, just at least putting the initial attention on the other like loose person on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I know.
Ooh.
Man, if it would have ended with Marcus Smart rimming out, that would have been so fucking
But
good.
I was really hoping for a steal. Like I was hoping they didn't even get a shot off. I was hoping that we would just get like a tip steal and that'd be game.
I'm not burying the lead. Like you lost that game
Right.
because of 13 and 20.
I mean, that was what I was hoping
Right.
for going into that final play. I was hoping that they would have came through with.
My God.
They lost. I mean, they just straight up. You know, the other part to me that was crazy was Duncan missed from the exact same spot that Jimmy did.
Oh my God.
So open.
He missed
By
twice.
the way,
Yeah.
I don't know how you
Why
guys
the fuck
felt.
did he put like? Why did he?
I was
wait?
okay with that because
I
you
was
need-
not okay with
No,
that.
I-
shot.
I wasn't.
reason
Not
I
the
am-
second
not
one.
in
Not
the
the
rhythm.
second one. I
Not
wasn't
the
okay
second.
with.
That
second
first one
one
was
I
fine.
was.
Not the
One?
second one.
because he's a really good shooter, and I think because there was so much time and you got such an open shot in rhythm, you give yourself a chance to have another possession.
You're not wrong.
The
but
first
given
one, yeah.
given the first one, but given kind of
Well, the first one you have to take. Like that's
Yeah,
off.
No, no, no. But
No, the first one was fine.
Yeah,
first
you
one
take the
was
rhythm to
second
get
one.
yourself
Shit
back in
happened.
rhythm.
Gee-
But the second one, he's thinking about it at that point.
Yep.
He's thinking,
Exactly.
I
No, but
just
he
missed
pulled-
one.
he that was off
Exactly.
the rip. He
He was
pulled up.
But
pressing.
I would agree with you. Had what not like Jimmy had been some shit the whole game or whatever. He had that 3, and then he had come down off of the and one. Like I feel like that's where I wanted the ball. Whose hand I
Right.
wanted it back
That's
into.
who
Because
everyone
he
wanted to
was
see the
getting
ball.
downhill
He
at
was
that
giving.
point.
He was finding.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that first one, Duncan took. I was fine with, and I was fine with the dribble too because he was off balance at first.
Right.
I will say though, and this is to Bond's point, even if Jimmy wasn't getting hot there at the end, at the end of the day, I still ride and die with Jimmy. Like I want him to have the final shot.
I'm not gonna
regardless.
You didn't want him to have it?
I'm not gonna lie. I was just
wanted
not.
it in his hand.
I just did not have confidence in him. And it, you know what sucks is that like, and by the way, like, I think Al Horford deserves a lot of credit for surviving on switches.
Yeah,
he was
man.
fantastic.
He was good. He was so good.
He was. Listen, he blocked Bam. Who, by the way, Miami is so thin because their roster's not as good as Boston's that Bam had to play the whole second half, and he was tired. And Al Horford's older, and he had more legs in the fourth quarter and blocked him. Like, and he survived on switches. And Miami tried. And you know, I don't understand the broadcast. Like Robert Williams is doing such a great job. I was like, motherfucker, that was the only time their offense worked is when they went at Rob Williams, because Al Horford was fucking good. And I mean, Derek White survived, and Al Horford was really good. I mean, Tatum was the guy offensively, and Marcus Smart kind of held it down when Brown picked up the 4 fouls because he was actually killing them. I'm not making Bam excuses. Where's Chad saying Bam excuses? I mean,
-7 in 2 minutes.
They lost because he couldn't hit a shot. And they lost because Jimmy couldn't. Jimmy had the most James Harden-ass stat line I've ever seen in my life.
Man.
God, it's
24-11.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
24% shooting with 14 free throw attempts. Fuck out of here, man.
I hear you, and I raised you a wasted 29 some games ago.
No, like we were in agreement. We were in agreement. Like we're just like he's playing like a dickhead, and this is not Jimmy Butler basketball. Caleb Martin did not do a lot in the second half.
He play a lot of dickhead basketball.
He do a lot of dickhead.
He be doing a lot of dickhead things.
21 and 15. What a fucking gamer.
Man.
And how much
it's Caleb's team now.
But how much longer can we keep relying on him hitting these like the
That's what I'm scared about.
You are getting such
like at 15 rebounds.
Just one more game. Yep.
I'm scared because we're literally depending on Caleb to do all these things. Exactly.
Caleb. Let's be fair. Let's be fair.
It is, but let me just say, but we've been giving Gabe his flowers. No, we got to really tell the truth. We really was looking at Caleb like, please save us. Like this is scary hours when you got Jimmy and Bam, and we got Caleb out here trying to do all he can. It's disrespectful.
That shit is
Jimmy was petrified of Derek White. Oh my god!
You know what
he saw Roger from American Dad,
and he looked just like.
He said, "Pass the ball." He said, "Where's Kyle?"
But what? So I don't understand something. We know
we lost.
Robert Williams is waiting in the paint for them. We know this. Have we not seen this every single game? Why are we dribbling into Robert Williams every single time? Pump faking in the paint, turning our back, and now we're just looking for a pass. Why do we keep doing that over and over?
I think Miami was really like wanting Boston to stunt in to give them a pass out because they just don't. If Jimmy is not going to be because they don't have like finishers other than Jimmy and Bam. And if they're both off, like Gabe is a really good player, and it's unfair to ask Gabe when Boston's collapsing on him so hard to finish over much bigger guys. Like that's not what his game should be. He's a good pull-up and pick and roll guy, and to ask him to finish over guys that size is like not
off an
like
injury too.
It's off an injury, right? So it's like that's on Jimmy and Bam to finish over those guys, and like they, Kyle can't finish over those guys anymore either. So it's like really your only guy, and Tyler was with the floater and teardrop. But he's not walking through that door. So
man,
Oladipo was another guy.
Tyler or Oladipo, how badly we could have used either one of those two.
Oladipo especially because I think if Oladipo plays, you can survive on defense a couple minutes. You might be able to get away. I understand them not playing Highsmith at the 5 because that's a little too radical and they're a little too small. Who's get that. People on Twitter were asking for that, like they were begging. Like instead of Zeller to play Highsmith at center, and
Bam plays 48, and
you put Highsmith at 4.
Yeah,
but it just sucks. It's just unfortunate that Bam can't play 2 minutes. Like Bam can't sit 2 minutes. You know, like that's the part that's like
That happens to if he wants to be a star. That happens
No,
to
that's
Embiid.
every
that happens to Jokic.
it's like
that happens
he
to
just
all
has
of them.
to.
Do it. He's got to
There's
do it.
nothing you can do about that.
I just can't
The
believe that
season
we're-
They
is
should
the
have closed
season.
the shit out in 4, and he would have had a week's worth of rest.
for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Or
So,
5.
He had 0 fouls. That's
I'm not
insane.
gonna lie,
Or
like
6.
Who?
Bam.
Who had 0?
Bam had 0 fouls.
Damn.
He couldn't
Really?
play the whole game. Nope. Everybody else was in foul trouble besides him.
yeah, that's true. Bam had 0 fouls. Holy shit. Bam had 0 fouls and 0 turnovers. And 7 offensive
Physicality.
rebounds.
Where?
And 7 offensive
None.
rebounds.
It was soft.
No,
as fuck.
I actually thought his defense was good today. Other than the stuff on Tatum, Tatum was just cooking him. But I thought on everybody else he was good.
That's fine. You'd be good defensively and still not be physical. Or
I
still not
think I thought he was good, but not like there was something missing.
He was
He held
phenomenal
them-
in the last like minute and a half of that game. Made so many plays on defense.
He, had to
He
hang
lost
on
him the game. I'm
rim,
not listen.
man.
I'm just.
Fuck.
Oh no, we're not. G.
Yeah. No, I don't want anybody to think that. I'm
G.
not
Chat's
saying-
gonna think what they think. Like
No,
you
no,
can't-
they're
G's giving
killing me for
context.
going to
He's just
stage
giving
today.
some context.
right.
They're
You know,
killing
he
me,
didn't.
bro.
He wasn't fucking.
You
a
and me.
zero.
I don't
want my
give a
energy
fuck.
lady dead. I was like, leave that woman alone, bro. That woman has no idea what the Miami Heat is.
She did her job.
She did all she
believe
could,
that.
G.
That lady
She
doesn't
did
know what the
all
fuck
she
is going
could.
on.
You
She's
need,
like,
you need to
Yeah.
pull a Jimmy and a Bam jersey and
she
stage
thinks
the
it's for a youth basketball team. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real. I lo pobre niño.
Some fucking woman from Colombia. She has no idea who Jimmy Butler is.
Get a
She don't give a
plátano for
fuck.
Al Horford and sage that shit.
She
I'm
was
tired
just
of
happy
Oh,
I brought
shit.
her mangoes.
She
That's
don't
how
give
you
a
do
fuck
it.
who Jimmy
We,
Butler is.
Bond the most Miami.
Man,
We lost.
What does that
Cortez.
say?
So
What is
Cortez
Oh, no.
was responding to a tweet from Spo had a press conference quote where he says, "I don't know how we're gonna get this done, but we're gonna go up there, meaning Boston, and get it done for Game 7." Brian
Oh.
Cortez responds saying, "Yeah, whatever.
They
We
broke
lost
Brian
Cortez.
Cortez.
Like, that's it."
stop
lost.
talking to me. Stop guaranteeing me.
Yeah, I don't
things
want to
that
hear
you're not-
nothing from them.
I'm tired of
I
Jimmy's
really
been
don't.
guaranteeing me
But
stuff.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, they're asked these questions. Like, what do you want him to say? Like, I just think that like.
Oh no. There's a difference between answering the question and then Jimmy coming in
And
with
being
his
defiant.
Jimmy isms. Yeah, like
Being-
no, we don't need all that.
I
You
think
don't
they're
have
gonna
to do
ask
that
Jimmy.
much.
Jimmy, what do you think is gonna happen in Game 7? Jimmy's gonna be like, "We're gonna win." Like, what do you want him to say?
You can say that we're going to win. You don't have to tell me, I promise we're going to win.
Right, we
You
don't need
have
the
to
Jimmy
guarantee-
isms.
I'm not
It's
too.
a,
I'm not too
it
mad,
matters.
but-
All right.
That Boston receipts is gonna look so nice.
Or we're going to end up on the end of somebody's
Oh,
fucking receipts. What?
The end, the beginning, and the middle.
I'm not
Boston
gonna lie.
Celtics beat's gonna have one for the ages.
The receipts have changed the way I do pods and post game shows. Like,
I bet. You
a
better
lot
watch
of
your mouth.
me wanted to be really sad today because I was fucking despondent. And the second the camera went on, I was like, I'm not giving these motherfuckers a second of clips of me sad. You gotta pry that shit out of my cold dead fingers. I'm not giving you shit.
Whatever.
I'm going down with my
It's
goddamn ship. Fuck you,
It's
Boston. Fuck you,
Well,
Derek White.
It's already
Fuck you,
got water
Joe
coming
Mazzulla.
in.
Fuck you,
Well,
Brad Stevens. Fuck
It's
all of you.
holy
I don't know
Yeah.
who's winning next game, but I hope it's
Just-
not you.
to the
I'm-
bottom of the Boston Harbor.
You guys
Exactly.
are fucking fighting for your lives against an AC that we all think sucks. Shame
Oh,
on
no,
you.
no, we're not. Mm-mm.
Fuck them.
Mm-mm. We're
They're
doing
not
that.
fighting for their lives.
Yeah, they are. It's game 7.
No, they are
instead of
not.
fighting for your fucking
We
life.
we are
We
fighting
are
for our
fighting for our
life.
life.
They
It's
won-
okay to-
Do you
we
realize?
were
Do you
point-
realize? Do you
They were
realize?
0.3 seconds away from Missoula's
Gee.
cross-eyed getting fired and Jaylen Brown playing
And
for Utah.
and they won.
Even if Boston loses Game 7, we still look like the assholes being
Oh,
up
absolutely.
that much and letting us
Exactly.
get that. We have no rest. Like
That's fine. Whatever. Just gotta
Sure.
fucking-
I'll take a sweep in the finals
Just
just
get
to lose
outta
game
here
7. I
alive,
don't give
bro.
a shit.
I mean, at
Get
this
out
point,
alive.
who is
I
Denver
don't give a
scouting
shit.
for? Like, they have to have game
Denver
plans for
do-
two different teams
Brian,
now.
Bro,
Brian, I'm gonna tell you the
Denver's
truth.
parade,
I'm gonna
bro.
tell you the truth, Brian. Denver don't give a fuck.
Denver's
Denver
playing
ain't
a
scouting for
parade.
nobody.
Denver ain't scouting. They don't know who the hell on either
They're
team.
scouting how the rings
They're-
fit.
they're-
Exactly.
They're getting high as fuck right now off of legal
Right.
weed.
Win and
Whoever
win.
wins,
Wait
I'm
it- yeah,
sorry. Whoever
exactly.
wins, Denver gonna dog walk them.
I
That's
didn't hear
just
Moose at all.
Denver's
Whatever.
gonna
Can we look
dog
for the
walk
out?
whoever
Mark
wins.
30.
That's it.
Man.
We've
Ooh.
played harder than Jimmy and Bam did tonight.
Exactly.
This stream.
My bad, Brad. And I hit the wrong one. Oh,
We're
sorry.
still live. Still live.
I know. Game 7 guys.
I can hear everything.
I'm talking.